With the highest volume of comic book movies to have been made over the past 2 years, we're overjoyed. And now, with Marvel Studios expanding beyond the Infinity Saga, Warner Brothers bringing new talent into the DC Universe, and Sony holding firm to their Spider-Man rights, a lot is happening in the world of capes and tights. In this video, we're going to talk about all the movies we can't wait to watch in 2023. Starting off with number 9, Kraven the Hunter. Don't you think they're going a bit too far with Spider-Man at this point? Don't get us wrong, we love the superhero, we do. But at Sony Pictures, it seems like they're going with the ideology that if, at first, you don't succeed, keep doing the same thing over and over again. Venom, Let There Be Carnage, and Morbius, which came out this year, have all shown that Marvel Studios should be in charge of Spider-Man full-time. But people keep coming and buying tickets because of the connection to the friendly neighborhood MCU freelancer. And although we saw that Morbius didn't do well at the box office as the Venom movies, we're sure that as soon as this comes out, we'll be out on our feet reaching the theaters nearest to our homes. The movie is set to release on October 6, 2023, and Aaron Taylor Johnson, who used to work at Marvel Studios, is in charge. But there's one thing we should make clear: Kraven's low ranking hasn't got much to do with the character, the actor, or the movie itself, but more about leaving such a huge project in the hands of Sony. Up next, we've got number 8, Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. At Warner Brothers Studio, James Gunn and Peter Safran are now in charge of the DC Universe. Although we're hearing a lot of promises of a bright future and many new stories, we're still not ready to fully believe them. And there's no other reason than the wheels of the old ruling parties are still in motion, and we don't know when they'll stop. We think most of us aren't as excited for the movie, not because of the character or the movie itself, but because there's just no way to know for sure how important the events will be in the long run, or if this will just be a soft reboot. But despite all that, we're still hoping for the best, and can't wait until December 25th, 2023, when Jason Momoa will finally return to the big screen as the Fishman, especially after the movie made $1 billion, thanks to its big, colorful sets, interesting characters, and exciting action. We're hoping to see a lot more of that here too. Moving on to number 7, Blue Beetle. This one stands out from the other projects on this list. When Warner Brothers and Discovery merged, a lot of small DC projects were cancelled. Most notably, Batgirl was never released, even though it was almost done. Blue Beetle seems to be as important as Batgirl, but the movie is still in production and won't come out until August 18th, 2023. There must be something that executives couldn't let go of here, so optimism is growing. And also, we heard that the movie has one thing going for it: Aquaman, Batgirl, and some of the other DC movies on this list don't. It has nothing to do with the old DCEU.
So I know for a fact that any of the other superheroes out there who think they have the best superhero suit, I'm calling you out for a rap battle.
If the company can make a new, unexpected character feel like a clean slate, it could be a huge boost for the future of the franchise. In 2014, the Guardians of the Galaxy took the MCU to a new level in the same way. Now for number 6, we've got Shazam! Fury of the Gods. Now there are a lot of you out there who believe that Shazam! Fury of the Gods is the second Shazam in the DCU, but by the letter of the law, it's the third one, since clearly Black Adam is 100% a Shazam movie, even though we're not ready to accept that yet. This one definitely seems like a very interesting one, and we really can't wait to see the family again when the movie comes out on March 17th, 2023. We're sure the movie will be fun, action-packed, and sad, just like the first one. Where does the story go from here? No one is sure, but we think Superman is involved in it too, in some capacity. But either way, it sounds fun. Not to mention, at number 5, there's The Flash. A lot of us seem to be more curious about this movie rather than excited. There's a chance that the reason behind this is that every DC movie on this list is lower than every Marvel movie because of The Flash, and there's this lingering feeling that it will be a turning point for the Blue brand. New management, continuity problems, and the fact that Ezra Miller is one of the most troublesome actors in recent years suggest that this will be his first and last Flash movie. Not just this, the movie was inspired by Flashpoint, so the idea of time travel and other universes gives James Gunn and his team a chance to start over with the DCU, or at least give it a soft reboot like in the movie Days of Future Past. More and more fans like this idea because it would give the company a clean slate where new stories could be told, and anything that comes out before The Flash's debut on June 23rd is likely to fall prey to that. Let's not forget to talk about number 4, The Marvels. While ranking the movies in this list, we realize there's a huge gap between The Flash and The Marvels. Doesn't that clearly show how people are more excited for Phase 5 of the Marvel Cinematic cinematic universe than The Flash? The Marvels has everything it needs to be the next big MCU franchise, like Captain America and Thor. There will be a new director, some familiar MCU characters, and a story that could affect the whole universe. Brie Larson joins forces with Phase 4 stars Monica Rambeau and Kamala Khan to star in another sequel to a movie that made $1 billion. Even though we're already over the moon, the Marvels will get a head start when Secret Invasion comes out just a few months before its July 28th release date, since it's set to leave a huge effect on this movie. Coming up at number 3, we've got Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. The anticipation for Ant-Man and the Wasp has officially increased by a factor of 3. The trailer is just amazing, and it shows a tone and size, no pun intended, that this series has never seen before. This is the start of Phase 5, since Phase 4 was a real rebuilding season. And of course, we're going to get what we asked for. The big bad Jonathan Majors will play Kang the Conqueror in his first movie role. This could be the most important movie in the MCU since Avengers Kang Dynasty is one of the 2 climaxes of the multiverse saga. Scott Lang, a fan favorite, is also back in the lead role, which is always fun. After Majors' introduction in the Loki Season 1 finale, we'll know more about the threat that's about to land on their doorstep.
Kind of, I think, feeling the excitement of Hall H, which is overwhelming.
It's pretty magical. And
Next, at number 2, there's Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, the most important thing for Sony Pictures, and nothing is more exciting for superhero fans than Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, the sequel to one of the most popular animated movies of all time. Since this franchise is getting 2 movies in 2 years, like the Avengers, Phil Lord and Chris Miller are going full speed ahead to keep making an impact on the comic book movie genre. This movie will be what everyone wanted Doctor Strange Into the Multiverse of Madness to be, with trips across the multiverse and every Spider-Man cameo and possibility on the table. Spider-Man is the only one who can move the needle. And finally, at number 1, let's talk about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Don't we all just love an underdog? After shocking the world in 2014 and becoming one of the most important movie franchises in the history of comic book movies, we're now waiting for the last part of James Gunn's Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy, which will be released in 2023. He's leading the charge at DC, but his encore is the ending of one of the most colorful, musical, emotional, and funny stories ever told with a bucket of popcorn. We all think we know what we'll see: excellent music, amazing set pieces, and every character's chemistry, charm, and feelings that come out of nowhere. But what's the most exciting thing? The unexpected stuff, because that's what Gunn and his crew do best. They always do something awesome that catches us off guard. That's a wrap for this video. Which movie are you most excited about? Do you think you're ready for some cinematic masterpieces to drop in the coming year? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.